understand.
I speak your language.
Imagine a man alone in a quiet Alabama cabin, scratching symbols into wood with nothing but a vision to give his people a voice that could echo through time. Sequoia did just that. He carved a nation's soul into 85 symbols, creating the Cherokee Syllabary, a writing system that transformed a people and still speaks today. For the full cinematic experience, try watching this at 1.25x speed. Let's dive into a story of resilience, ingenuity, and a love for culture that refused to fade. How does one man, unable to read or write in any language, invent a system that makes his nation one of the first Native American tribes with a written voice? What drove Sequoia to defy skepticism, ridicule, and even accusations of witchcraft to create a legacy that thrives 200 years later? And how does his creation still shape Cherokee identity today, from the pages of a historic newspaper to the street signs of Oklahoma? Today, we'll unravel these questions with a story that's as much about heart as it is about history, backed by research and woven with the voices of a people who refuse to be silenced. Picture the early 1800s. The Cherokee Nation, spread across what's now Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, and the Carolinas, is a vibrant tapestry of oral tradition. Stories of ancestors, songs of the land, and wisdom of elders are passed down through spoken words, rich and alive but fragile against the tides of change. European settlers are pressing in, their talking leaves, books, letters, treaties, wielding a power the Cherokee cannot yet match. Without a written language, their culture, their laws, their very identity risk being swept away like footprints in a storm. This is the problem Sequoia faced, a problem that would spark a revolution. Sequoia, born around 1776 near Tuskegee, Tennessee, was a man of many trades: silversmith, blacksmith, painter, warrior. His Cherokee name, Sequoia, means pig's foot, a nod, some say, to a childhood injury that left him with a limp. Raised by his mother, Wu-Tay, of the Red Paint clan, he grew up steeped in Cherokee ways, speaking only Tsalagi, the Cherokee language. His father, perhaps a white fur trader named Nathaniel Gist, was a distant figure, leaving Sequoia to navigate two worlds without ever fully belonging to either. He couldn't read or write English, but he saw its power, those talking leaves that carried ideas across miles and generations. Let's step into a moment, 1813, during the War of 1812. Sequoia, now in his late 30s, stands on a muddy battlefield at Horseshoe Bend, fighting alongside Cherokee warriors against the Red Stick Creeks. The air is thick with smoke, the clash of muskets, and the shouts of men. He watches white soldiers scribbling letters home, reading orders, recording their lives on paper. His comrades, brave as they are, have no such tools. No way to send a message to a loved one, no way to preserve their thoughts for tomorrow. Sequoia's heart stirs. If they can do this, he thinks, why can't we? According to the Tennessee State Museum, this moment planted a seed, a realization that writing could be a shield for his people's culture against a world determined to erase it. Back home in Willstown, Alabama, around 1809, Sequoia begins his quest. He's no scholar, no linguist, just a man with a fire in his chest. He starts with logograms, pictographs for every word in the Cherokee language. Thousands of symbols, each one a tiny drawing meant to capture a thought. But it's a mountain too steep. Imagine trying to memorize a symbol for every word you know: tree, river, love, courage, home. It's overwhelming, even for a mind as sharp as Sequoia's. He burns his early sketches, the smoke curling upward like a prayer for clarity. Then, one day, he listens, really listens, to the rhythm of Tsalagi. Tsalagi is a dance of sounds, a polysynthetic language where words grow like vines, weaving prefixes and suffixes around a root to hold meaning. Sequoia hears not just words but syllables, 85 distinct sounds that form the heartbeat of Cherokee speech. This is his hidden truth, his breakthrough. Forget symbols for every word. Create one for each syllable. It's elegant, ingenious, and, as National Geographic notes, utterly unique, a system tailored to the soul of Cherokee, not borrowed from English or any other tongue. Enter Ayoka, pronounced Ayoka, Sequoia's 6-year-old daughter. Picture her, a bright-eyed girl with braids, sitting beside her father in their cabin. Sequoia scratches symbols into wood, using a knife, maybe a quill, drawing shapes inspired by a Christian Bible he's seen, though he can't read it. Latin, Greek, Cyrillic letters dance in his mind, but he reimagines them, giving them new life to match Cherokee sounds. Aoka watches, learns, becomes his first student. This is Dgar, he might say, pointing to a curling symbol. This is Lu. She repeats them, her small voice echoing his, their bond forging a bridge between dream and reality. According to National Geographic, Aoka's role was pivotal. She wasn't just a student but a partner, proving the system worked by reading and writing at an age when most children are still mastering their ABCs. But the path wasn't smooth. Imagine the whispers in Willstown. Sequoia's meddling with spirits, some say. Those symbols are witchcraft. In 1821, when he and Aoka first share their work, they're hauled before a tribal council, accused of sorcery. Picture the tension, Sequoia, limping but unbowed, standing before warriors, Aoka at his side. They are separated, forced to exchange messages through the syllabary. Sequoia writes a sentence, Aoka reads it flawlessly. The warriors, skeptical at first, are stunned. Teach us, they say, their voices softening. Within weeks, they're reading and writing, too. The Cherokee Phoenix later reported that this trial, this moment of truth, turned doubters into believers, spreading the syllabary like wildfire. By 1825, the Cherokee National Council officially adopts Sequoia's syllabary. In just a few years, as Ellen Cushman notes in the Cherokee Syllabary nearly 90% of the Cherokee Nation becomes literate, a rate that dwarfs the one-third literacy of their white neighbors. Think about that. A people with no written tradition leapfrogs to mass literacy in a generation. Sequoia has 85 symbols, each representing a syllable like Gar, Ka, T, or Dlu, unlock a world of possibility. The syllabary is simple yet profound, learn the symbols, and you can read immediately, no years of decoding English quirks. Albert Gallatin, a linguist and politician, marveled that Cherokee students mastered in weeks what English learners took years to achieve. Let's pause here. Have you ever felt your culture slipping away? Maybe a family story, a song, a tradition you fear your children won't know. Sequoia did. He saw his people's oral heritage at risk, their voices drowned out by a world that valued ink and paper. What would you create to preserve your legacy? Share your thoughts in the comments, we read every one. For Sequoia, the answer was clear, give his people a way to write their truth, their laws, their soul. It's February 21, 1828, in New Echota, Georgia, the Cherokee Nation's capital. A printing press hums, its metal types clinking. Elias Boudinot, a Cherokee editor, oversees the first issue of the Cherokee Phoenix the first Native American newspaper in the United States. Its pages are bilingual, English and Cherokee, the syllabary symbol standing proud beside Roman letters. Picture a Cherokee elder, perhaps a woman with silver-streaked hair, unfolding the paper. She reads her language for the first time, her fingers tracing Sequoia's symbols. Tsalagi, she whispers, the word for Cherokee itself, pride swelling in her chest. The Phoenix isn't just news, it's a declaration of identity, a shield against erasure. As the Cherokee Phoenix website notes, this paper, born from Sequoia's vision, united a dispersed nation, giving them a voice amid growing pressures from white settlers. But the syllabary's power goes beyond news. By 1827, the Cherokee Constitution is printed in Tsalagi, accessible to nearly every citizen. Missionaries translate the Bible, schools teach the syllabary, and almanacs flourish. Sequoia's creation becomes a lifeline, especially as the U.S. government's Indian removal policies loom. In 1838, the Trail of Tears forces thousands westward, a brutal march where over 15,000 die. Yet the syllabary endures, carried in hearts and hands to Indian Territory, now Oklahoma. The Cherokee Phoenix resumes printing there, its inked symbols a testament to resilience. Now, let's talk about those symbols. 85 might sound like a lot, more than your average group chat emoji, right? But each one is a sound, a syllable, like a musical note in the Song of Tsalagi. Take Gar, it's a single curl, like a wave. Or Da, sharp and bold. Sequoia even proposed numerals, unique characters for 1 to 19, then tens up to 100, with a special mark for thousands. The Cherokee Language Consortium later added a 0, but Arabic numerals won out for everyday use. Still, imagine writing 64 not as digits but as 60 plus 4. It's a system as clever as it is beautiful, described by scholars as a ciphered additive structure. Sequoia's numerals didn't catch on, but his syllabary? It's eternal. Yet, the story isn't all triumph. By the late 1800s, government policies aimed to crush native languages. Cherokee children are torn from their homes, sent to boarding schools where speaking Tsalagi brings punishment. The language dwindles. By 2019, Ethnologue reports only 1,500 to 2,100 fluent speakers remain, most elderly, with 8 passing each month. The dialect in Oklahoma, Otali, and the eastern bands Gidua in North Carolina are definitely endangered or severely endangered, UNESCO warns. The syllabary, once a beacon, risks becoming a museum piece. But the Cherokee spirit is unbreakable. Today, revitalization efforts breathe new life into Tsalagi. The Cherokee Nation's Immersion Charter School in Oklahoma teaches children entirely in Cherokee, their notebooks filled with syllabary symbols. At New Kituwa Academy in North Carolina, students learn to write Tsalagi with pride. Universities like Northeastern State and Western Carolina offer Cherokee language courses, blending Roman transliteration with Sequoia's script. In 2010, Roy Boney, Jr. and Joseph Ebb created a Cherokee keyboard cover, making typing in syllabary as easy as texting. Street signs in Tahlequah, Oklahoma, bear syllabary characters, proclaiming Tahlequah to the world. The Cherokee Phoenix still publishes its website offering articles in Tsalagi, a digital echo of 1828. Picture a modern Cherokee student, maybe 16, in an immersion classroom. She writes her name in syllabary, her pen tracing curves that Sequoia dreamed up 2 centuries ago. She feels a connection to her ancestors, a spark of identity that no policy could extinguish. Every day, just keep speaking Cherokee, linguist had been feeling urged before his passing in 2020. If you do that, it will all be okay. And it is. The Tri-Council of Cherokee Tribes declared a language emergency in 2019, pouring resources into immersion programs, online courses, and translations of modern words like iPhone into Tsalagi. The syllabary, as the Cherokee Syllabary by Ellen Cushman notes, isn't just a tool, it's a living bridge to Cherokee meaning, religion, and land. Sequoia's genius didn't stop at Cherokee borders. His syllabary inspired scripts for other languages, Vi in Liberia, Cree in Canada, even systems in China. It's one of the rare times in history, as scholars like Janine Scancarelli point out, that a single person from a pre-literate society created a functional writing system from scratch. Think about that. One man, one vision, one legacy that rippled across continents. In 1824, the Cherokee National Council awarded Sequoia a silver medal, a rare honor. His cabin in Sallisaw, Oklahoma, now a National Historic Site, stands as a testament to his work. He died in 1843, likely in Mexico, searching for Cherokee communities, his mission to unite his people never fading. In the quiet of that Alabama cabin, Sequoia saw not just symbols, but the soul of his people preserved. He gave them a voice that could not be silenced, a script that carried their stories through wars, displacement, and time. Today, his syllabary lives, on the pages of the Cherokee Phoenix *, on street signs in Tahlequah, in the hearts of students learning their heritage. It's a reminder that one person's dream can change a nation, can echo through centuries. So, share this story of resilience. Comment below, what's a piece of your culture you'd fight to preserve? Subscribe for more stories that light a fire in your soul. Sequoia's symbols still speak. Let's keep listening.